Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Champagne Sundays with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
Welcome, everybody. It is May 9th, 2021, and happy Mother's Day to all moms of all kinds across the country and around the world. You're listening to Big Blend Radio Champagne Sunday Show. We're broadcasting live from sunny and beautiful Madison, Wisconsin. We're your hosts, Nancy, Reid, and Lisa Smith, the crazy mother-daughter travel team on the Love Your Parks tour and publishers of Big Blend Radio and TV magazine and Parks and Travel magazine. You can see all of it. Just go to BigBlendMagazines.com. And on this episode, we are having a special Champagne Sundays Mother's Day party. We have a lot of great guests joining us. All of them are Big Blend friends. I've heard them on the shows before. We've got some Hollywood history and some awesome music by mom singer-songwriters. And also just, directly following this show, which is a couple hours of party time, we're going to be playing some games and toasting and doing all kinds of good stuff. You can hear our conversation we recently recorded with author Jenny True. She talks about her book, You Look Tired, an excruciatingly honest guide to new parenthood, a totally honest, tell it like it is guide from new moms and parents who don't want any more advice. It is funny. It's a great book, and she's an awesome woman, so hope you stay tuned for that. Of course, you can also listen anytime later. But Nancy, before we get started, I got to give a champagne toast to you for putting up with me for so long, but I'm still really young. I'm still 21. Thank you for that.
Good.
It's been fun traveling around. It's been adventurous. It's been full of character. And also, I got to say happy birthday because that's about to happen too. So happy Mother's Day to you. Happy birthday. And happy Mother's Day to all moms. So there we go. Got to start off with the mother. So I got to start off the toast on that because you know what's going to happen to me after the show, right? If you don't.
Well, and you know what? If you're 21, that makes me somewhere in before I hit 50 for sure. So I'm good with that. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because if I'm 21, you're exactly 25 years.
Yeah.
No, not exactly, but you're 25 years older than me. Grandma's 25 years older than you. She's since passed, so may she rest in peace. So if I'm 21, then you are 47.
Okay.
No, I
take
can't.
It.
46. I can't count. Uh-oh. Dr. Jack is on the show. We're going to get in trouble for champagne today. No, we're allowed to do a little bit. All right, stay tuned, everybody. We're going to bring some of our first guests on. We've got 3 rounds of guests joining us, and stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start the show off in, I believe, England or Scotland. I'm really not sure, with Angela Laws. Angela Laws is a community manager at Trusted House Sitters. You can keep up with them at trustedhousesitters.com. This is an awesome, awesome organization that connects travelers and pet parents with home and pet sitters. And so basically all of us, including Nancy and I, which are part of this, and we're pet sitting right now in Madison, Wisconsin with Gus, Mia, and Winston. And 3 little baby chickens, and playing with the plants. And she got us all involved in this almost a year ago on one of our radio parties. And we have loved it. It's been a huge part of our life, and it's been a huge part of the lives of those we've been sitting for. We've watched new people get on the road and have just an amazing experience. So if you are into pets, travel, pet sitting, plants, go check out trustedhousesitters.com. But welcome back, Angela. How are you doing?
Hi, Lisa and Nancy. I'm doing fine, thank you. And happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody everywhere who's listening. And happy Mother's Day to all you pet mums out there, because pets are family too. And I actually have a glass of champagne here. So it's 7 o'clock in the evening and I'm in Scotland and the sun is shining actually, which makes a change because it's been raining like you wouldn't believe. But Yeah, I'm so happy to be here, and you have both become such a huge part of Trusted House Sitters in our community, and all of I follow you all the time, and your house sitting and your pet sitting, and I love it when you share your pet pictures, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the pets. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, it is always good to have you on the show, and I'm so glad we connected with you. It's really one of the best things we have done on our tour, just, really, honestly, because it gives peace of mind. We get some downtime and just happy joy with animals. Angela, glad you're still in Scotland, but hopefully we'll get to meet with you somewhere along the way as things open up. Trusted House Sitters, looks like so many more people are out, and travel has started really open up. A lot of connecting going on, more than last year because of COVID. So it seems that things are being more in the positive light.
It really is, and it's such a joy to see our community moving again. And the States is actually coming it's coming sort of online, and it's regenerating faster than any other market. We've got so many sits that are coming on in the US, and that means that there are many pet parents that are able to travel again, and that gives sitters great opportunities as well. And it's all about keeping those pets, happy at home. And it's such a joy to see, because yes, 2020 was, it was like it for everybody. It affected absolutely everybody, and it affected us, but we stayed in there, and one of the reasons that we stayed in there, and one of the reasons that we are so strong, is because of our community. Our members just stay with us. They love what we do. They love what they do, more importantly. And when you've got a community that's a global one, with as many members we have all around the world that are connected by animals, then that's something really very special.
It's awesome. Well, happy Mommy's Day to you. I know you have Mothering Sunday over on your part of the world, but, I think every day should be Mother's Day. See, I'm getting in my good points, just saying.
Oh, boy, listen to this.
I know.
I hope you're writing this down, Nancy. I hope you've got
it's all recorded. She'll be I'm
going to play it for every day.
I know on the radio on our road trip next. But I want to bring our next guest on, who is traveling. Judi Cohen is a world traveler, a small ship cruising and luxury off the beaten path travel writer. She's written in our magazine. She's been on our radio parties. In fact, Judi was on the show, where Angela's first show back in summer last year. Keep up with Judi at travelingjudi.com. That's JUDI. And Judi's not only a human mommy, she's a mommy to a wonderful pup as well. So welcome back, Traveling Judi. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you, Lisa and Nancy, for having me. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and on the line, and the doggy mothers, too. Angela, it was delightful being on the show with you last time. And I'm dying to hear more about your business coming back up around now.
Oh, thanks, Judi, and it's great to connect with you again, and with that puppy mum that you are. So thank you.
Judi, happy Mother's Day to you. I know you're close to your family, your mom, your daughter, your son, and you've been really doing a lot in taking care of your mom as well through this whole pandemic. It's been an up and down thing. I know that you've been itchy to be back on the road traveling, and wherever you go in the world, exotic places. But let's talk about also, you finally did. You broke away. You got out of Toronto. And, everyone, we're traveling, this whole bringing everybody on is we're doing it like on a map. So we went from Scotland to Toronto. But apparently you hopped the border recently.
I did. Cool. We are still in a full lockdown here in Ontario and in Canada. And I made a decision that I was going to go to New York City to see my son and his new wife. My son was engaged and married during COVID. I could not be at the wedding, and I hadn't seen them in 14 months. So I made arrangements. I got on an Air Canada flight, which was fabulous, and arrived in New York City and had the most unbelievable time. For me, it was a reset, seeing life, seeing people carrying on the streets, shops being open, restaurants open. I was able to dine outside. I even went to a concert. I went to see Joan Osborne at the City Winery, which I loved. I just felt recharged again. It was the best thing I did, and I am now in 14 days of quarantine, so I'm not able to go over and see my mother. But I did send her flowers, and I'm with her on the telephone and on FaceTime. But it was a price that was definitely worth incurring for me to see the kids and be back here.
Judi, how was the travel? I mean, how was the journey? Did it get? I mean, was it trouble-free in essence?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, it was trouble-free. Departing from Canada, I had to have a COVID test 72 hours in advance. The temperature checks were done on the aircraft. Everything was fine. And on the way back, I flew from New York City to Buffalo and then drove across the border to Canada.
Oh, see, there you go.
It's a bit of monkeying around, but like I say, it was well worth it, and the price that I pay is 14 days of quarantine on my arrival home, and that's perfectly fine with me.
Awesome. So glad. Cool. Everyone, keep up with Traveling Judi at travelingjudy.com. You can also read our articles in Big Blend magazines. And I do have to tell you, I'm really jealous about Joan Osborne. She's one of my favorite singers as just a female singer. She's one of my ultimate favorites. Okay, so I want to go we're going to go to Philadelphia to chat with another Canadian friend. This is Lee Brovedani. Lee is known as the Trust Architect and is one of North America's leading experts on trust. She's a speaker. She's an author of a number of books. Her latest one is Trust Me, Restore Belief and Confidence in an Uncertain World. Very timely. And you can keep up with her at leebrovedani.com. Also read her articles in Big Blend magazine. Welcome back, Trust Architect. How are you?
I'm good. I've been baking like crazy, and I noticed that you and Nancy had said that when you come back, you expect the full meal deal, and it's going to be done. One of the things that I've done is I've just tapped into my baking gene because Judi, like you, I love to travel, and because I had to be here, a lot of times I traveled the world by doing new food.
One second, please. I want to cut in here and just say we do have a heavy breather on the line. I know we don't have any men calling in yet, so I don't know if it's like a ghost dude is like popping in. So I'm just saying someone just may want to move their receiver away from. I don't know, but just for sound's sake, there's a lot of hot moms on the show.
It's your Mother's Day. All the excitement out of because I was talking about baking, and that always. Yes. Gets everybody heavy breathing.
I don't know. But listen, your baking and your food and your dinner party that you were able to have a dinner party. So all quarantining and vaccinated and all of that to be able to do that?
Well, yeah, because all of us were fully vaccinated. We've had both of our shots. And so we had one other couple that are good friends, also Canadian. So it was the Canadians who are currently living in Philadelphia. So the four of us were able to get together and really just celebrate and maybe drank a little bit too much. And
Dr. Deck is going to get
you.
Here it comes.
It was a great evening. And I also want to wish all of the mothers a happy Mother's Day. And that's all of the moms who are dog and cat and bird and fish moms and everyone who mothers a sentient human being or sentient being, not even human.
Oh, I love that. Well, I think there's a lot of different kinds of moms. An aunt can be a mom. There's, grandmas are mothers for sure. There's just, there's moms for different things. And I know we're going to be delving into some of that later on the show. Even women activists are part of our Hollywood history segment today. Women who stand up, but they're essentially the mother of those who are being affected from some kind of issue. So I think you're absolutely right with that. And happy Mother's Day to you, Lee. It's so good to have you back on. We're going to
Thank you.
to Cincinnati, Ohio, to chat with Sarah Ellis. Sarah, we're trying to get there. We're trying to come up and see you. We keep bypassing, same as Lee. Sarah Elliston is the author of Lessons from a Difficult Person, How to Deal with People Like Us. She's a faculty member of the Glasses Institute of Choice Theory. She's a workshop leader and trainer certified in values, realization, and parent effectiveness training. So she can do some parenting to all of us kids so that all moms can have a better Mom's Day. Keep up with her at sarahelliston.com. Her articles are also in Big Blend magazine. But welcome back, Sarah. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here, and it's been wonderful listening to Angela and Judi and Lee. I'm also a mother of, I have a son and a daughter, and then I have 2 cats, which probably would benefit from house sitters, because I probably don't pay enough attention to them. Happy Mother's Day to all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. How are you doing? Yeah, it's good to have you back on. How's your health been? Yeah.
I'm getting better. They finally realized that I was holding a lot of fluids, and so I started taking water pills. And I don't know if any of you have done that, but it's quite interesting. But I lost 30 pounds in 3 days.
Wow.
Wow.
So I don't recommend it as the best way to lose weight, but it opened everything up. I had pneumonia around Christmas and had a lot of trouble with oxygen and breathing and stuff. Excuse me, I seem to have a frog in my throat right now, but it opened up everything in my chest and my heart and my lungs. So I've been finally I can work out, I can go to the pool, there's stuff I can do. I still have to use supplemental oxygen, but I've learned how to carry it around so I can get out and do things. Yesterday I got to volunteer at our resale shop at my church for the first time in 18 months. So
that's awesome.
It's been pretty interesting.
Can I give a natural tip way to help you with the water thing?
Sure.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yes, I drink it every morning.
Okay, well, not straight.
Well, we got a doctor on the show here. I drink it
with honey. I mix it with a little bit of honey, lemon juice, chili pepper, and ginger.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, that sounds good.
Someone recommended it to me as a morning, so it's the way I start my morning. So Plus, I take Goli. You know the Goli vinegar. They're they're gummy. They're little gummy thingies, and they're.
Oh, I hear about those gummies out there right now for adults.
Not the kind of gummies I know about.
These have apple cider vinegar in them, and I use them. Now, my thing about the doctor wants me to continue taking the pills, and I can't take them if I'm going to be going anywhere that day.
Yeah, I understand that.
I have to sort of keep a stash of clean clothes in every bathroom because I have little accidents all day long.
Oh, wow. And, this is the thing, health, this is all part of it. And so we're on our little road trip. I'm going to zoom right over to Orange County. Then we're going to go to L.A., and then we're going to go to San Diego. When we're talking health, it is important about our moms, and daughters, really, because your daughters are moms too. Health is a big part of it, and that's one of the reasons we have Dr. Jackie Eubany back on the show. Dr. Jackie is a board-certified cardiologist, electrophysiologist, and author of the best-selling book, Women and Heart Disease, The Real Story. She is working on her second book that has to do with the Mediterranean diet, and I can't wait for her to say hi to Shelley here, because Shelley knows about cooking in the Mediterranean diet too. But Dr. Jackie, welcome back. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on the line, as well as all the mother listeners and all the mothers all over the world. I hope you guys are enjoying your day with a 5-ounce glass of wine or maybe a glass of champagne.
5 ounces.
And like you said, Lisa, health is wealth. So your health should be number one so that wealth can come afterwards.
Right.
Dr. Jackie. What Sarah's talking about, Nancy, about apple cider vinegar. I know a lot of people use that, and then they always say, medically, this has not been proven. What do you think about that in regards to cleansing your body? I mean, at least it's water in there too, right?
Yeah, like you said, it hasn't been proven medically.
Right.
And as a medical doctor, we only prescribe things that we know have evidence-based to either improve your life or improve your quality of life. So unfortunately, I can't speak about vinegar, but I can tell you for heart failure, it's definitely important to cut out all the salt in your diet. A lot of times people have a lot of salt or eat a lot of processed food and that have a lot of sodium, and they don't realize that they're consuming a lot of salt. So the most important thing, other than, of course, taking your medications that have been shown in multiple trials to prolong life and to improve your quality of life, other than that, what you can do is, cut out the salt, try not to eat processed foods. Going out to eat can be difficult because you can't control how much salt they're putting in your meals and things like that. So staying away from salt is very important because salt is the reason your body retains water. If your heart's not functioning very well and you're eating a lot of salt, your heart just can't, and your kidneys just can't pump that fluid out. So you continue to retain fluid. So salt is the number one thing you have to cut out of your diet.
No more Cheetos.
Well, I know since we've been on the road, that's why the house and pet sitting has been such a wonderful thing for us, is that we now go back to cooking our food instead of picking up sandwiches
salads
on the road, which are 90% salt. Sorry,
and
but really.
Yeah, and when you're traveling, it's hard, especially during the media stuff. And Judy, you
hard.
know how it is as media. They're like, try this, try that,
and you're like,
and you need to learn. Don't finish it. Don't finish it.
It's very, very difficult. But I do have a question though for Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, how do you know when you are getting to the point of just having too much salt? Like before it's too late. What are the signs that tell you?
So some signs we tell our patients to retain fluid is one, check your weight every day. You should have a rough idea what your dry weight is. You said you lost 30 pounds. So if you know what your dry weight is, if you start gaining more than 5 pounds in a day or two, then you should realize that it's probably water weight. Other things that you can do, that's the earliest sign. But much later, you start to get short of breath, and you can't do some of the things that you normally do. You can't sleep at night. You can't lay flat in bed because you feel like you're choking. So those signs come later. But the earlier sign would be water weight gain. So if you can weigh yourself every day so that you'll know when you're, coming up, your weight's going up, then you can tell your doctor they can increase your Lasix for 1 to 2 days or something and then put you back on the dose that you're on before. Because you don't want to end up in the hospital, like I said. That's one thing we want to keep you out of the hospital. So you have to be vigilant about how you feel. Just, vigilant about how you feel. Know how you feel when you have no water in your body. And then you'll, understand when, you start to get fluid buildup, you start to not feel good, and you'll start to recognize that.
Right on.
Okay,
everyone,
thank you.
Okay, one second. I want to bring our next guest on. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got to. we got a short amount of time here. We got Shelley Whizin. She is the soul. Well, I was going to say the diva of soul. She is soul diving. See, this is it. I was going to say she's a soul diva. I'm going to get a musician out after me here. But she is the founder and CEO of the Soul Diving Institute, and she's based in Sherman Oaks, California, Southern California, and she studies and teaches the art and science of being human. That's what soul diving is about. She's also the author of The Healing Journal, The Story of the Magical Baby Grand Piano, and her latest book is What Do You Bring to the Table? A Savory, Sensory, and Inspirational Guide to Living a Yummy, Delicious Life. And I have to say the full book title just so I say yummy, delicious life for her. You can keep up with her at souldivinginstitute.com. How are you doing? And happy Mother's Day, Shelley.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we talked about having this show. It's such a beautiful homage to mothers. And, there's one thing that we have in common, being human. Each and every one of us has a mother. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a mother. And so to pay honor to mothers is, even if we're not, if we don't have children of our own, but it doesn't mean that you're not a mother. We mother ourselves every day, every way, and sometimes we need better mothering, just like you're talking about health-wise. And I'm so grateful to be a mother. I'm grateful to be a grandmother, and I've learned a lot from being a daughter and how to be and how not to be. So
and she knows how to cook.
Yeah, I love it. I did learn that from my mother. So I learned how to cook and clean from my mother. So
yeah, and healthy, right? The latest recipe we have featured up on blendradioandtv.com is Shelley's a Mediterranean salad. See, I'm just saying that, Dr. Jackie. Shelley's got healthy recipes. I have some healthy recipes. I stress that some of the recipes are not so healthy, but like I made up this garlic bread grilled cheese sandwich one night, taking care of my grandchildren, and it was definitely not healthy, but it was so good. They loved it. Sounds good. You got garlic in there. That's
loved
good.
It. Yes, it was like having garlic bread, but on the outside, but having grilled cheese on the inside. It was like everything you could possibly want.
Oh my gosh, with a glass of Pinot Noir. I love that.
Exactly.
Yes, you must have the better one.
I know. I'm like, oh, yummy. Now, I want to bring our guest, Margot Carrera. She's out of San Diego. In fact, that's where we met her. And Margot knows us from the very beginning. I mean, back in 1997, when we started our magazine as a print publication in San Diego, North San Diego. And you can keep up with Margot. She's an amazing fine art and nature photographer. She has all kinds of gifts that you can purchase, prints. You can buy metal prints, her photography on metal plates. You can buy scarves. You can get all kinds of gifts. And you go to CarreraFineArtGallery.com. And lately she's painting, too, which has been amazing to watch her every single day with her art. So welcome back, Margot. How are you?
Well, hi, everyone. It's been so wonderful listening to all of you. I want to wish everybody, as everybody else did, a happy Mother's Day. And I'm doing great. It's been an interesting year, as everybody else has had, especially for artists, I want to say. We're used to going to art shows, gift shows, showing our work in galleries, and all that shut down. So that's how I ended up doing painting. I couldn't even go out and photograph for a while here in San Diego. They shut all the parks down, which they complained, and that didn't last very long. But because we really needed all of us to be outside in nature going through this period, And so I couldn't take my pictures, so I took my photographs and I started painting them.
Awesome.
and teaching myself how to do watercolor painting, and I've had a blast and shared my my journey on Facebook.
Awesome.
Even the bad ones, the real bad ones.
Oh, I love the bluebird is my favorite so far. I'm really enjoy watching that, and I do want to say Happy Mother's Day to you because I know you're a mom, but also you do so much. You are, the environmental activist. You stand up for Mother Nature in all that you do. So I just want to let people know that about Margot. Really awesome what you do. You're always active, and you're not fearful to share your voice. And I think that's something, too, about moms. Moms know how to share their voice, and you will listen, and that's that.
That's right. And don't you forget it.
Right. So, ladies, what we're going to do is we're going to play Champagne Toast Time, go around the room, the virtual room here, and everyone give a champagne toast. It's maybe about a mother or a mother figure or memory or whatever you want to do, and whoever or whatever you want to toast. And then we're going to play our word game, play some music, and then we'll continue on with more guests. And some of you are staying on with us, which we're excited about, too. So let's start with the champagne toast. And Nancy, you started the champagne toast. This is our family tradition. And no, there's a lot of people in the world who do not drink champagne, do not drink wine or any alcoholic spirits. And really the whole thing is about gratitude and happiness and looking at what is positive in the world. Even during the pandemic and so much that has gone on in the year, there are still good things to, be happy about. So that's what it's all about. So this has been our even our flagship show is Champagne Sundays. We thought if we're going to do a radio show, we're going to just do it on our Champagne Sunday so that we share that sentiment. So Nancy, what is your toast today?
Okay, I'm going to do this in the form of a short poem that I found. It's called The Month of May, and we don't know who wrote it, and I'm not telling. This is for all the moms out there, for all the diapers that you've changed, for all the play dates you arranged, for all the trips back and forth to school, for cleaning up all the spit up in the drool. Why is there only one Mother's Day? You should have at least gotten the entire month of May. Happy Mother's Day.
I love that.
Lovely. I love that. That's funny. Oh, man.
So I think it should be the whole month.
Yeah, you just wanted to remind us about the diapers, didn't you? That's really what it's about.
I wonder if any mother ever counted the number of diapers just one baby uses.
Ooh. That's a good one.
I don't think you want to.
Well, I think you have to now because you have to put it in your budget.
Oh, there it is. That's true, too.
You're only allowed 3 diaper changes a day, baby. That's it.
Okay, that's it. Oh, that's diaper rash coming through. Angela, what is your champagne toast? What's your champagne toast?
I just have to say that I've actually changed 6 today, and that I'm a new grandmother, and my granddaughter she's my first and only granddaughter, and she's now 8-9 months old, and I just want to give a toast to all of the mums and the grandmums out there, and all of the connections and the support that we give to each other and everybody else, and of course as well all the pet mums out there as well, because you know the animals are actually family too. They're part of us. Absolutely. And they give us so much. They give us unconditional love, and they don't have a voice or a choice, and we are their voices and their choices. And so to everybody and to any new grandmoms out there, I just had my granddaughter today for the day, and I've looked after her a lot since she was born, and I tell you, puppies are easier.
I'm going to agree with you with that. Lovely. Judi, who are you and what are you toasting to?
Well, I'm toasting. First of all, I'd recommend that Mother's Day be every day.
Yes.
Because mothers are so deserving and have earned it every single day. But I would like to toast all of the mothers, all of the grandmothers, all of the sisters, the aunts, and doggy moms, and everybody else for adding so much brightness to my life during a very tough year. And watching my own mother, I'd like to toast my mother for her strength and her determination and her absolute grit in living through lockdown for 10 months of this year without seeing a person, and yet being able to smile and share her love and tell all of us how much she loves us. So I'm toasting my 94-year-old mother this year in particular, and my daughter for keeping me balanced.
Cool. Awesome. Amazing. Lee,
beautiful.
What is your toast?
So my toast is to all of the friends that have been there to support, because all of us who are mothers know that there's times when you think, or at least I sure have, am I going to get through this? And so all of the support from the friends who have said, yes, you can, and you're going to live through it, and everything's going to be okay. So it's to all of the moms and all of the mothers' friends who have helped them get through motherhood.
I love that. I love that. Cool. Sarah, what is your toast?
I was going to say, I was going to champagne toast my own mother, who is passed, because she taught me how to write. But I've been sitting here reflecting as you all are talking, and I'm thinking, I have 3 women in my life who have been, quote, mothering me since November, since I got out of the hospital. And because none of my physical family lives nearby, and it's just been heavenly. One of my friends, Althea, she comes over and makes me walk every day. I mean, she literally picks me up by the scruff of the neck and says, "You will walk today." And I go, "I don't want to." She just stop griping. Just come on. It's just. And then another one has been cooking for me, and a third one has helped me in a number of moments of crisis when I've just been sitting here in tears, saying, "I can't do all these things of oxygen and thises and thatses," and so my champagne toast is to those women who have mothered me and who mother others, and of course, helping mothers is very important.
I love that. I love that. And I think it does take a community. Dr. Jackie, you talk about this on a show all the time. We talk about our 1-hour walks and getting out there and doing it, that having a community really helps stay on track in health.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome, Sarah. That is really cool. Dr. Jackie, what is your toast?
So my toast is a little bit different, but I want to give a toast out to our successful vaccine program that we've had in this country. The fact that we've been able to successfully fully vaccinate over 100,000 people, almost 150,000 people in this country. We're well on our way to herd immunity. And this will allow all the mothers and the sisters and the aunts who haven't seen each other during this whole quarantine time to finally be able to see your family members and maybe celebrate Mother's Day together. So my toast is to family, mothers, and celebrating together in person.
Awesome. Shelley, what is your toast?
My toast is to my beautiful daughter, Sarah, to my beautiful grandchildren, and to my son-in-law, who actually, as he fathers them, he also mothers them. And I have had the privilege of having my entire family stay with me for the past 2 months in my 2-bedroom apartment. And my bedroom has become the sleeping quarters for me and my 3 grandchildren, who are 15-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and an 11-year-old. And the girl, I have blow-up mattresses on the floor, and the girls get to switch off who gets to sleep with me. And this time has been so precious, because to me, time is what we have. We never know when that last breath is going to come, and to be able to savor each and every moment with my beautiful daughter, my beautiful grandchildren, my beautiful son-in-law, who are moving next week, and I'm crying every day. And I just want to, God bless them. I want to bless them in their lives, bless them so that they learn kindness and thoughtfulness and consideration and love. And just bring love. And I want to toast to mothers that love, because we all have a mother, as I said, and we come from love. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. Love is the greatest form of energy of creation that there could possibly be. Otherwise, we wouldn't be bearing a whole other human being inside of us. So God bless mothers. God bless puppy mothers, cat mothers, pet mothers, bird mothers, every mother in the whole world. Mothers to ourselves.
Awesome. Margot, what is your toast?
Okay, well, I have an interesting toast. And I'll toast to the grandmothers and the ancestors, and how they've affected who we are today. Just in my family line, I've had ancestors who were brave, and they came across from, on ships to immigrate to the United States to save their families, and they came across, the next generation came across on covered wagons, and imagine, doing that, and the bravery and the strength it took those mothers. In fact, that particular mother had my grandmother as a baby when she went across the country, and she she came across a tribe of Indians that wanted to trade papooses.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, but she didn't. But the whole family went on to honor and take care of that tribe. And today I still honor them in the work that they do. They're the Lakota from South Dakota. Yeah, and I honor and do activist work for them against the oil line. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Standing Rock. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and then my mother came along, and she was a way shower. She opened the doors and showed that women could become doctors. She was one of the first women doctors in our country, and she was often told that she was taking a man's place, and she said, that she would just end up, being a mom and not doing anything, but she did both. And now we have women doctors are commonplace, and we're blessed to have them because they're nurturing souls. And doctors are both men and women, have that nurturing quality, at least hopefully. And so I honor our ancestors. They shape who we are. My mother shaped me by taking me to gardens all the time and teaching me gardening around the house, and that brought my great love for nature. So, and that affected my life, and also the bravery, because now I've been facing 4-stage cancer for years, and I'm still here. It's been 18 years since I had the first bout. So I'm here to show that we don't, we're not going to succumb to these things, that we can overcome them and move through them, and if we nurture and take care of ourselves, and I'm still here, and every day I'm blessed. I feel blessed by my children, and I'm about to be a new grandmother.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the lessons go on, the bravery goes on, and the strength, and knowing that we can endure and move through things have been passed down.
Awesome. I know that some of our guests have to leave, and Margot, it's really touching with your toast to motherhood of all these generations. In our next segment, we will be really focusing a lot about family history as well. So stay tuned. We're going to be playing music from Shelley King. Kick Up Your Heels. Shelley King's an awesome mom out of Austin, Texas. She's one of the first ladies of music of Austin and Texas, so we'll be playing that. But right now we want to say goodbye to Dr. Jackie Eubany. How's that for women doctors, right, Dr. Jackie?
Bye. That's right. That was a big
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone. Enjoy your Mother's Day.
Thank you, Dr. Jackie. Everyone keep up with her at womenandheartdiseasebook.com. We also want to say goodbye to Sarah Elliston over in Cincinnati, Ohio, and you can keep up with her. Her book is Lessons from a Difficult Person, How to Deal with People Like Us. You can keep up with her at sarahelliston.com. Thanks so much, Sarah, for joining us.
Take care.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Sarah.
This has been fun. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
And also, Lee Brovedani, the trust architect out of Philadelphia. You can keep up with her. Her latest book is Trust Me, Restore Belief and Confidence in an Uncertain World. I laugh every time I hear that title and see the title, because I'm just like, it's so perfect. So go to LeeBrovedani.com. Thanks so much for joining us, Lee. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Nancy. And nice to meet everybody.
Nice
to meet you,
Lee.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Take care. Now, all the other ladies
Bye-bye.
are going to stay on the show, and you're going to meet Glenn Burrows over in England. And stay tuned, because we're going to play, here it is, Kick Up Your Heels. This is, again, from Shelley King over in Austin, Texas, and it's the title track to her latest album. You can keep up with her at shelleyking.com. And just in a little bit, we'll bring Glenn on the show.
You never wanna dance your heels with me. When the band starts to roll, I get so inspired. It goes straight down through my soul, sets my feet on fire.
You're listening to Big Blend Radio's Champagne Sundays Mother's Day Party with Nancy and Lisa.